Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. Today we have week 9 of the BHDL3, the final week of the regular season, and that is going to be against Lionel. So this is actually going to be our second match on Scarlet and Violet here. We're going to go ahead and look for them. There we go. And so IGN is going to be Ritchy. Heh, get it? Lionel Ritchy. And yeah, we'll see what he has. So he's got the Greninja. He's got the Annihilate. He's got the Volcarona. He's got the Meganium. He's got the Forretress. And he's got the Garchomp. So, more or less what I was expecting here. I don't think there's any great shock as to what he has. Now, whether or not we can do anything about it is a different story. But yeah, so I think what we're going to do, we had a plan coming in, and that was to lead Rotom. And I feel like nothing we see here changes that math, so we're going to lead with Rotom. That'll be our plan, to the extent that I usually have a plan, which is not usually a ton. And yeah, we will just kind of see how that works out here. So yeah. So obviously, we are still locked into playoffs here, so this game doesn't matter for playoffs' sake, but it does matter for the sake of trying to get some momentum and some morale back, as well as positioning. So we will see if we can make it happen here. Hopefully we can, as he is going to go ahead and lead with the Garchomp straight away, as we led with the Rotom. So we have kind of a choice to make here right out of the gate. We could go ahead and just trick this thing right away, to kind of cripple the Garchomp. We don't know what kind of Garchomp this could potentially be. Obviously, there's a lot of different options for Garchomp. So we could trick it to be safe, or we could try to hit it with a Hydro Pump. Now, if we miss the Hydro Pump, that would be catastrophic. But a Choice Specs Hydro Pump would do massive damage to this thing. So in a way, I want to do that. In another way, I kind of want to just cripple this thing with a trick. So I'm not 100% sure how I want to play it. I think we will just make the safe play, and we'll just trick this thing a Choice Spec, and we'll just go from there. So he goes straight for a Draco Meteor, so he's a special set, actually. Knocks us down to 9 HP. Is he Choice Specs as we go for the trick? And we go ahead and switch items with this thing. He's Choice Specs. Okay. Well, that's bad news. So that was a super useless turn for us. So so he's Choice Specs Garchomp, so that is catastrophic actually for us. Yeah, that is catastrophic. That is catastrophic. Okay, so we really don't have anything that switches into a Draco Meteor right now, even at -2. I mean, I suppose we could go for the man, I didn't want to lose Rotom this early. This sucks. Suppose we could go for the Arboliva, but man, that sucks. Yeah, I mean we have Terra Fairies, but obviously we're not currently either. So yeah, so this sucks. We might just have to lose Rotom here. I think that's our only. We just have to lose Rotom, I guess. We'll just click Hydro Pump. He goes for the next Draco. He doesn't miss, unfortunately. That gets rid of the Rotom. He does get a crit, so I guess it's a good thing we didn't switch, or else something else would have went down. So Rotom goes down. We go down to 5 Pokemon. So that is really unfortunate start to the game for us. I feel like the only positive thing we can do in this situation is go into. I guess we just go into Mudsdale and get our rocks up, because at -4, even Choice Specs, this thing's not doing much of anything to us. So I guess we just get our Stealth Rock up. That's pretty much all we can do right now. But yeah, that was really not the way I wanted to start this game at all. So yeah, he does indeed switch the Garchomp, as you would expect. And he's going to go ahead and come in with the Forretress, kind of as expected. So that thing comes in. We get a Stealth Rock up, which is something. Now we're in a bit of a pickle against this thing because I really don't want to let this thing hazard stack. But he's going to get a hazard up right now. There's no two ways about it. Part of me wants to come in with Arcanine to scare him out. Part of me wants to come in with Arboliva so he can maybe encore him. But man, that's just rough. Part of me wants to come in with Goodra to threaten him with a fire move. But yeah, that's a really rough way to start this one. I feel like we probably just come in with Goodra because, I mean, we could come in with Arcanine, that's possible. He has a lot of switches to either one, but what do we do here? I guess we go Arcanine, maybe? No, let's go Goodra. Let's just go Goodra. Yeah. Hopefully we can threaten him out with the prospect of a fire move or something. So, we come in with Goodra. And he does go for a rapid spin, so that doesn't do too much damage, but it does give him a speed increase and it gets rid of our Stealth Rock, so that's a little unfortunate. We do get that HP back with the leftovers, which is something, so rapid spin. So the fire move is really obvious right now. He does have multiple switches to a fire move, obviously, in the form of he has the Garchomp, he has the Greninja. So I kind of want to, I mean, I guess technically, really, if he wanted to, he has a Volcarona. I kind of want to go for, I almost want to go for an Earthquake. I almost want to go for a Hydro Pump instead. He could have Mirror Coat. We know he has Sturdy, so nothing we do is going to knock him out. Let's just Earthquake. He does stay in, so maybe he's going to Mirror Coat. So we have Earthquake. Earthquake not going to do much of any damage. He goes for the Explosion. Okay, so it didn't matter what we went for there. So he goes Explosion. That's extremely unfortunate. Can we live it? We actually do live it with the Goodra, interestingly enough. So the Explosion knocks out the Forretress, dropping him down to 5, so that's something. But we take a ton of damage on the Goodra there that unfortunately is going to kind of cripple the Goodra here. We get some HP back with the leftovers, which is something, but yeah, that's not the best. So we'll see what he wants to come in with now. It's going to be the Annihilate. Okay, so he might be thinking we're a physical Goodra right about now, and that's why he came in with the Annihilate. Now, we have a little bit of a choice on our hands because we do have stuff for this Annihilate. We have really one thing for this Annihilate, mainly, and that is of course, the Mudsdale. So I feel like, because if he's a specially defensive variant, we're not doing much to him. So let's make the safe play and let's go into Mudsdale and we'll see what he wants to do here. We are pretty tanky, max HP on the Mudsdale. So we'll see what kind of set he's got on deck with the Annihilate. So he does go for the bulk up, so I kind of figured that was coming. So it is going to be your standard Uber's bulk up set, it looks like, which is super awesome. So he gets one bulk up off. We can't play around with this thing, we just have to roar it out, so that's exactly what we're going to do. He goes for another bulk up. I guess we could have potentially got a Stealth Rock up, but that was just not a risk I was willing to take. So he gets another bulk up, not going to matter since we are going to go for the roar just to phase this thing out. So that's one potential catastrophe averted. What is he going to get pushed into, though, is going to be very important. It's going to be the Greninja, so that kind of sucks. So the Greninja's in. We do have some stuff for the Greninja. We have the Arboliva. I mean, we don't really have the Goodra anymore, or the Rotom, which were other things we had for Greninja, which sucks. But I feel like our best bet is probably the Arboliva, because we don't want to take any unnecessary damage on the Mudsdale, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. And yeah, we'll switch in with the Arboliva and see where that gets us. So there it is, as he does go for a Surf, which is okay. Does minimal damage to us, of course. I don't think we see any kind of, it activates the Seed Sower, of course. I don't think we see any, yeah, so we see a Life Orb. So the Greninja's Life Orb, so that's good to note. And yeah, he's got Surf, which is also good to note. I didn't see Protean either, so I don't think. Yeah, I didn't see Protean, so that means he's going to be Battle Bond. So So the question now is, what is he switching on the Arboliva? He's got a couple different options. He probably goes into the Volcarona fearing the grass move. He could come in with the Annihilate, but I kind of don't feel like he would. He could come in with the Garchomp. He could come in with the Meganium. I think what we do here is we probably just Hyper Voice. I mean, he could also actually, you know, now that I think about it, he could just Ice Beam us. That's another possibility. But he probably knows he can't take us out. So, in a way, I kind of don't. I don't know what to do here. I feel like he doesn't stay in here. So let's Hyper Voice. Okay, he stays in and Ice Punches. That's really interesting. Okay, so Ice Punch, that's bad news. Does a lot of damage. We go for a Hyper Voice in return. Does not quite take him out. He survives with like 1 HP. That sucks. Okay. And then we're going to get Grassy Terrain, all that good stuff. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, that was unfortunate. So we could have taken him out probably. But yeah, so he's got mixed Greninja on deck, which is interesting. Ice Punch. I think he goes down to Life Orb Recoil. I think he goes down to Life Orb Recoil here. I kind of want to switch in Arcanine, but that's risky. This sucks. I feel like we got to do it, though. We switch into Arcanine, hoping that he goes Ice Punch again. I think that, and hoping that the Life Orb Recoil takes him out. So we go Arcanine, get the Intimidate to cut his physical attack. What does he do? He goes Brick Break. Okay, that's kind of fine. Does minimal damage. And okay, the Life Orb does take him out, so that's perfect. So Greninja is down, which is something. We get some Grassy Terrain recovery with the Arcanine. So yeah, he's KO'd 2 of his Pokemon himself so far, interestingly enough. But now the question is going to become, what is he going to come in with here? And it is going to be the Garchomp. Okay, so we have a choice to make right now. And the choice is, because we do not have a switch to this Garchomp. And so I think our only play that we do right now, and I'm going to guess because he's choice specs that he's more of an offensive Garchomp. So here's the plan. We're going to go ahead and Terrastallize the Arcanine into a Fairy type, and we're going to try to take this thing out with a Play Rough. I think that's our play. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to give Arcanine its time to shine right now. If he goes for a Dragon move, that would be incredible because we'd get the immunity. But we're going to Terrastallize the Arcanine, first time in the season, into a Fairy type, losing our prior weaknesses. Hopefully he goes for the Dragon move and not the Ground move. And he goes for Surf. Interesting. Does a lot of damage. We survive. We go for the Play Rough. We don't miss. It's Terra boosted, Max Attack, Life Orb boosted, nukes the Garchomp in one shot, takes it out. We do take the Rough Skin on the way out, but that's fine. Garchomp gets taken out and he goes down to 3. So that is a huge potential threat out of the way in the form of the Garchomp. So the Garchomp is down. We take the Life Orb Recoil and get a little bit of Grassy Terrain recovery. So the Terra Fairy paid off on the Arcanine there, absolutely, as now he comes in with the Volcarona. And this could be a problem, obviously. So if we try to switch to save the Arcanine, we could be in serious trouble, because we can't let this thing start setting up Quiver Dances, that's for sure, especially in the weakened state of our team. So I feel like we have to just stay in here and Flare Blitz this thing as much as I don't want to, because Arcanine could be useful for other things, but he could also take us out with a Fire move right now. I don't think I can risk him going for a Quiver Dance here, because if he goes for a Quiver Dance, I think we're in serious trouble. So I think we just have to try and nuke him with a Flare Blitz. Yeah, I think we just have to do that. Yeah, we have to do it. He does go Quiver Dance. Okay, so we made the right play by not switching. He goes ahead and gets the Special Attack, Special Defense, and Speed increase. We're going to go for a Flare Blitz here. Max Attack, Life Orb boosted. How much damage can it do to this thing? Not enough to take it out, but we do massive damage to this thing, and we get Flame Bodied, because why not? Because why not? We get Flame Bodied. That's really unfortunate. But actually, looks like it's not going to matter, because we're going to take a whole bunch of damage here. Grassy Terrain recovery, burn damage. We actually do hang on, interestingly enough, with 2 HP. The grass goes away. So we actually do survive. So he probably does just take us out here at this point. I feel like, unfortunately, it really sucks that we just got burned there, because now Extreme Speed's not going to take this thing out. Yeah, now Extreme Speed's not going to take this thing out. So if we didn't get burned there by the Flame Body, we were actually going to be in decent shape. Oh, that sucks so much. If he has Morning, I feel like we have to just Flare Blitz, because if he has Morning Sun, that's going to be a serious problem. So let's just Flare Blitz here. He does go for a Giga Drain. Okay, so we could have gotten the chip, but it didn't matter. So he's got Giga Drain on deck. On Volcarona, Quiver, and Giga. So he does get a little bit of HP back from that, not much. So we're going to have to play this very carefully right now. And I think what we do, here's our play. I think I know exactly what we have to do against this Volcarona. So we're going to go ahead and switch in with Arboliva. That's going to be the play. And so the play right now, I think, is going to be, we're going to go ahead and go for an Encore. And the reason we're going to do that is if he does have some HP restoration, or he gets greedy and Quiver Dances again, we're going to lock him in. So, and if he attacks us, takes us out, it's going to trigger the Grassy Terrain. So let's try to Encore him here. He does just go for the Fiery Dance, which is kind of fine. There's not much we can do about that. It does give him the special attack raise, which is great. But yeah, it does activate the Grassy Surge, which is exactly what we need. So Arboliva goes down, and we do indeed fall down to 3 Pokemon here. So he gets Grassy Terrain Recovery. Our only play at this point is to come in with Sneasler, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, fortunately, he's only at +1. He's only at +1 right now, which means we go ahead and come in with the Sneasler, get the Grassy Seed, pops, activates our Unburden. Now, the thing we have to do right now is we have to go for an Acrobatics to take this thing out, but we have to hope to God that we do not get Flame Bodied again, because that would be crippling if we did. So, come on, RNG, don't screw me, please, with double Flame Body, and let's go for the Acrobatics here. We know we outspeed. There's the Acrobatics. We know it takes the Volcarona out. Thank God, no Flame Body. Thank God, no Flame Body. Okay, so Volcarona's down. He goes down to 2 Pokemon, so that's good. Now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Meganium. So this is the wild card in this situation here, is this Meganium. So unfortunately, this thing could obviously Terra. It is his Terra Captain, and so that's obviously a problem. Now, I'm a little curious as to whether or not it's worth it for me to stay in with this thing, because he's 1000% going to Terra right now. There's no question in my mind he's going to Terra. The only question is, though, what is he Terra into? We do have a defense boost. I almost want a Swords Dance. As weird as that sounds, I almost want a Swords Dance. Now, he could be Terra Psychic, and he could take us out. Oh, man. Let's switch. Let's try to bait the Terra. I feel like we have to try and bait the Terra, so we're going to go ahead and come in with Goodra here. And we're going to see what he wants to do. I didn't want to do this, but I have a bad feeling something's coming. So, yep, there's the Terra. So what is he Terra into here? That's the question. What is he Terra into? Steel. Damn, we could have just went for the close combat there. Well, we're going to scout this moveset a little more, at least. He goes for an Earthquake, so he does have Earthquake on deck. Not enough to get rid of the Goodra, fortunately, as we are going to get some Grassy Terrain recovery and some Leftovers recovery. So, I don't think we could have taken... I mean, maybe we could have taken one, I don't know. But yeah, we're just going to... I guess we just Flamethrower. There's no reason not to. So, he goes Petal Blizzard, not realizing we have Sap Sipper, so that's kind of fine. Gives us a physical attack increase. Oh, but it activates his... What just happened? Mirror Herb. What? Okay, so he just Mirror Herb. What the hell? That was an unexpected turn of events. So he just Mirror Herbed us, which was a very unexpected turn of events. So what happened was he went for the Petal Blizzard, it activated our Sap Sipper, and then it Mirror Herb it increased our attack, and then the Mirror Herb increased his attack in a very strange turn of events there. So he was Mirror Herb Meganium, so that's very, very strange. But in any event, that puts us in a very strange situation here. He has raised attack. I hope we can still take an attack, but I mean, I think there's no reason not to just go for a Flamethrower again, so that's what we're going to do. He does outspeed us. He's got Terra Blast Steel on deck. How much damage is it doing? Can we take it? No, we can't take it with Goodra. Can't take it with Goodra, so Goodra goes down, and we go down to 3, so that's a problem. He gets some HP back. The grass is gone. So let's evaluate the situation at this point. So he had EQ, Petal Blizzard, and Terra Blast Steel. We don't know his last move, but we really have no choice in this situation. The only choice we have is to come in with Sneasler because we can't take a Petal Blizzard here. So now we come in with Sneasler, and I feel like he could easily switch to the Annihilate here. I don't know if a Fire Punch is enough to take him out from this range. I kind of feel like it's not. I kind of feel like it's not. I feel like we have to go close combat. Yeah, let's go close combat. Okay, he stays in. That's fine. So we go close combat, take this thing out. We are going to take some defense drops, which is going to be pretty critically bad. So the Meganium goes down. He goes down to just one Pokemon. Now, it's coming down to the wire here. All he's got left is the Annihilate. So, unfortunately, we're at -1 defense, which is a problem. So the Annihilate comes in. What move could he have to hit us with here? I don't know. But I feel like all we can do in this situation is just... I mean, as much as I want a Swords Dance, I also... I don't know. I feel like all we do is Acrobatics here. We just have to keep clicking Acrobatics. I think that's all we can do. Let's just do it. I think we hopefully should outspeed this thing. Yep, we outspeed. How much does the Acrobatics do? A ton of damage. Not quite enough to get the KO, though. He goes for a Raged Fist. Can we take it is the question. Yes, we do take it thanks to that HP investment. Sneasler hangs on with 34 HP, and another Acrobatics is going to take that Annihilate down. And that is game. All right. So we're going to win that one 2-0 against Ritchy. That was a very good match, very close, very competitive. Yeah, just a very high-octane game right there. But we do take it, thankfully. All right. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thankfully, the Pidgeys score the win 2-0. We advanced to a 7-2 record here in the BHDL3, which is what I was gunning for. So very happy about that. Very happy to break the mini losing streak that we were on here. Very happy with the results of this game, but definitely an intense one. So as per the usual, I will reserve my full thoughts for the weekly recap and preview video coming your way next time. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching again, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.